Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Charlene and today I'm going to be creating a brand new spread in the form of a spin wheel. This idea was inspired by my movie reel layout in my December daily. I'll link that above here. So for now I'm going to pop you on fast forward and we'll get straight into the process and I'll slow you back down again at the end. Okay, so let's begin. Here you can see I am attaching my journaling onto the photo page, and I typed up my journaling and printed it out onto a sheet of vellum. To attach the vellum I'm using a double-sided sticky tape, but this is red tape. It's much finer, which means it's less obvious through the vellum. Usually creators like to staple vellum onto their photo pages, but I don't always like to do that because I don't always like to see the staples, and I don't actually mind seeing a little bit of the sticky tape. This stuff is very narrow, so it doesn't bother me so much, so I go ahead and I use that to stick down my journaling. This tape is particularly fiddly and my nails are particularly short at the moment, so I'm not used to having really short nails. Later I come back to add more embellishments to this page, but for now we'll pop that aside and it's done. At this stage I am piecing together the spin wheel template. I created the entire template using my Silhouette Cameo software, and I have made the template downloadable via my Etsy, which I have linked in the description box. I pieced together my journaling and made a rough edit of the images I wanted to use in the Silhouette software. This just made it easier for me to put together. For the spin wheel to work, we must first glue down the base. Then, prior to gluing down the second layer, we must first punch a hole in the centre to make space for the brad to go through. The images I'm documenting here are from October 2020, and it's taken me this long just to get around to documenting them, but here I am, getting it done. Better late than never, as they say. Next, I make the tiniest incision in the centre of the top layer of the template, just to make enough room to fit a brad into. We don't want to tear this, otherwise the spin wheel won't work. So just a tiny hole, and here I'm just using sharp tweezers to punch that tiny little hole in there. For the spin wheel to work, we need the second layer of the template to be stuck down to the page. So here I'm just gluing on using my double-sided sticky tape roller. I'm popping that on, and then I'm just going to stick it down onto the circle underneath, and that should hold it in place. I was able to add my journaling and my images into those triangles via my Silhouette Cameo software, which made putting this project together so much easier. So I had to reprint my triangular images because I didn't like the matte finish on the matte paper, so I went ahead and reprinted them onto photo paper and then stuck the images over the images that I'd printed out with the template, and this just gives the images that kind of higher quality finish. If you intend to use this template, make sure to print and cut onto cardstock, as regular paper will just be too flimsy and won't offer any stability to the design. It needs to be made with a sturdy material if you want it to last. Now it's time to attach the final piece of the template, and to do that I am using a brad. So I believe I choose the blue, the kind of sky blue colour, and I'll pop that right through the centre hole and wrap it round the back of the paper. And as you can see, that's turning. Yay! It's a success. I love it. Time to embellish the top of the spin wheel. So here I am using one of the triangles as a template to cut out triangle shapes into the cardstock that I wish to embellish the spin wheel with. So I'll go ahead and I'll cut that out. And what I love about the cardstock is the colours. I love the warm yellows and the burnt oranges. And I love this with the navy. It's really striking. I love it. For me, these colours really represent the feeling of autumn, of the fall, of Samhain, of Halloween. So yeah, not colours I would usually work with, but I love how it all came together and how the colours complemented each other. We need to get uncomfortable, don't we, to explore in order to grow our skills and to discover new things. So this wasn't a particularly comfortable colour scheme, I have to say. In just a second, I begin to stick these triangular cutouts onto the design in a way so that each colour is opposing itself. You may have noticed that I don't usually do voiceovers in my videos. I just find it a tad uncomfortable. It's not something I'm used to doing, and I never used to like a lot of chit chat in the videos I watched, so that's why I avoided it. But actually it seems to be something that viewers like, so I'm giving it a bash. I can't promise that I'll do this forever, but we'll see how it goes. Woohoo, it works, yay! So I am beginning to embellish the top of my spin wheel, and I'm using stickers from Simple Stories. These are foam stickers, I believe. And I loved the colours. The colours of these stickers tie in really well with the design and the colour scheme I already have going on. And this flat sheet of stickers I actually got free out of a magazine a very long time ago. But again, I just felt the colours were right for this spread. This project was a great opportunity for me to put those to some use. I use enamel dots in almost every project I put together. They are such an easy and simple way to embellish an image or a spread. They come in so handy, I always have some in my stash. So here I am making a tab to attach to the spin wheel so that I have a lever, if you like, to maneuver the wheel without kind of pulling at the template itself, because that might weaken it over time. So I'm making a simple makeshift tab using some of the navy cardstock I used earlier and a simple white piece of cardstock on top, which I will label with a sticker a little bit later on. So I attach the tab onto a stronger piece of the template rather than the window of the template, again because that would weaken over time. I opt for the jack-o'-lantern sticker from another Simple Stories sticker sheet. At first I try this festive fall sticker on top of the template, but actually I didn't like the shade of blue it was. It was kind of more on the greeny side, so it wasn't quite fitting with the navy that I use here. I do come back and replace that with something else very shortly. There we go. I replace it with Spiced Up. Again, it's that kind of nice burnt orange shade that brings out the colours in the triangle pieces I attached to the top of the template there. Embellishing a project is always the best part, but to be perfectly honest, I find it can be quite challenging at times actually. It doesn't simply flow from me. I overthink, or I think too much, or I have this tendency to hoard particular embellishments and stickers and think or believe that I'm saving them for a special spread when actually there's nothing wrong with the spread I'm doing. Yeah, I just need to work on that. It's a terrible, terrible habit to have and very restricting. So here I am trying to find phrase stickers that have some kind of meaning either to me or to the stories in the spread. And if I'm being perfectly honest, usually they have to relate to the images I've used. But in this case, I just kind of made sure they related to me in some way, or related to what was kind of going on at that time of my life. So I wasn't particularly fussy and stuck those right down using the black, just so they would pop off the page a little. And these phrase stickers have actually come in very handy for projects of mine. They are the Tim Holtz Ideaology Small Talk phrase stickers, and I believe I got them from heylittle.magpie.com or maybe Amazon, but to be perfectly honest, I've had them for so long that I truly cannot remember where I got them, but I'm sure they're easily found online. See, here I am fussing over a title for this spread. I really can't figure it out. It just takes me so long. But this sweater weather sticker, obviously the colour tied in with the navy triangles on the template. So I really wanted to use that sticker, even if it didn't mean anything to the layout. But actually, once I've added the title, it does become more relevant. I felt that I wanted more of that navy in the spread, so I've gone ahead and added a strip along the top, and I've just kind of towed it across the top so it wasn't so perfectly even. And I like that kind of rough edged look. For my title, I use American Crafts Marquee Thickers, and I do quite like these alphas, and I use them to title the page as Fall. At first I didn't really like this. I was kind of hoping to find a title already made in one of my sticker sheets, but that just didn't happen because I couldn't find a title small enough to fit across that top layer above the circular template. I just got to this point and was really unsure about how it was going to look finished with the title kind of off center there, but it came together perfectly well and I'm completely satisfied with how it turned out. Here I am yet again being indecisive about adding the finishing touches. Again, embellishment, as much as I enjoy it, it's just not my strong point and often takes me a lot of time to decide on what I want to do. I believe after attaching these little enamel dots, I return to my first page and complete that with a few embellishments. And after that, I believe my layout is done. So off camera, I actually date stamp this photo page down the right hand side of the journaling. I completely forgot to add that while filming. Okay folks, so here I have completed the project, and I must say I am very pleased with it, especially the spin wheel, and it's great to finally just document memories that I needed to catch up on from last year. So here we have it, my autumnal spread for 2020. Let's just check that the spin wheel works. Here we go. Hey, there we go. So the windows of the spin wheel reveal a story. And I love this idea. I love the way it worked out. I may do it again for a December daily actually this year, 2021. We'll see. And if you like this design, give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. This is done. Thanks again for watching, And until next time, keep well, take care, and bye for now. Bye.